Hello and welcome to Wisdom Trek. This is Guthrie Chamberlain, and I am your guide to wisdom and creating a living legacy. Thank you for joining us for our 7-day-a-week, 7 Minutes of Wisdom podcast. This is day 71 of our trek, and yesterday we learned that affirmations must always be connected to actions before any progress is made on our trek of life. On today's trail, we will focus on overcoming negativity by filling our minds and life with positive habits. We are recording our podcast from our studios at Home 2 in Charlotte, North Carolina today. The Jarvis family gathering at the Big House this weekend was a real blessing and a great time with family. Paula and I are fortunate and blessed to have close family ties on both sides of our family. After cleaning up on Sunday morning, we headed back south to Indian Trail, North Carolina for the next couple of weeks. As we split our time between the two locations, we find ourselves enjoying the different aspects of both places. Each one has its special benefits and nuances. As we think about traveling, let's break camp today and move out on our trek. We will study the 10 signposts along the trail that will help us to infuse positive habits into our lives. These habits will benefit us when we face the difficult and rough trails or areas of life. As these habits are woven into the very fabric of our lives, the very essence of who we are, we will find that as we encounter rough parts of the trail, that we will be able to navigate through them with less difficulty and certainly less stress. So the 10 signposts for establishing positive habits will be what we focus on today. It's tough to argue against the power of positive habits that come through consistent positive thinking. A multitude of studies, data, anecdotal evidence supports the notion that optimists experience less stress, stronger immune systems, and overall better health than their Debbie Downer counterparts. But it's not always easy to look on the bright side. I understand that on a daily basis. In our overbooked, overconnected lives, getting caught up in the cycle of worry, anxiety, and negative thoughts is the norm in many of our lives. It's a daily struggle. One of the many wonderful things about positive habits is that anyone can acquire them with consistent and persistent practice of these habitual traits. And a good sense of humor always helps. As a start, we need to practice not taking ourselves too seriously. Most other people in our lives don't take us too seriously either. It is certainly worthwhile to visit each day these 10 signposts for establishing positive habits. Take control over your thinking, your habits, and your own happiness. The first signpost that we come across on our trek today is to practice gratitude. Remembering all the good things that you have makes it a whole lot easier not to focus on those things that you don't have. Being thankful and appreciating the abundance in your life rather than dwelling on what you feel is lacking. Practicing gratitude is rule number 1 for shifting your thinking from negative to positive. Ephesians 5:20 puts it this way: give thanks for everything to God the Father in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. So practice gratitude today. We move on down the trail, and our second signpost is surround yourself with supportive people. Do all that you can to minimize the interactions with the negative Nancys and negative Neds of life. Creating an inner circle filled with support and encouragement is the next step. Having the people around you who see the best in you will help you to see the best in yourself. Jesus had his own inner circle, even among the small group of the 12 apostles. Many times, Jesus would take Peter, James, and John alone with him. 2 of the most memorable times were at his transfiguration in Matthew 17:1 and during the hours of his anguish before his trial and crucifixion in Matthew 26:37. Signpost number 3 that we come across is to ditch the drama. Separate from your toxic friends and associates. Say goodbye to those friends that always have drama in their lives and suck you into their manufactured issues that end up bringing you down. Minimizing negative energy in your environment is a prerequisite to overcoming negative thinking in your own lives. Let's move on to signpost number 4. Take personal responsibility. The easiest way to fall into the negativity trap is to make yourself a victim. But on the flip side, to take responsibility for your own actions is to take charge of your own happiness. Remind yourself daily that although you may not be able to control what happens to you, you are always in charge of your own reactions. We move on down the trail to signpost number 5. Success comes in cans, not in cannots. This one may take practice, but it really works. Changing your sentence structure from negative to positive. As an example, from why do I always get the bad work assignments? To, it might not have been the one I had hoped for, but I know if I do good work, then my next assignment will be better. How we view life is largely based on our perspective or perception. Success comes in cans, not in cannots. Make a concerted effort to see challenges as opportunities, and watch as doors open where there have been none before. And we saunter on down the trail to signpost number 6. which is always be kind. Getting into the habit of being kind and forgiving to others will help you to extend the same courtesy to yourself. And when you're a friend to yourself, it's a whole lot easier to forgive yourself for the mistakes and to cultivate a positive outlook for your future. Be kind to everyone in every situation is one of the easiest ways to establish positive habits in your life. Galatians 6 verse 7 puts it this way, "Don't be misled. You cannot mock the justice of God. You will always harvest what you plant." Well, we move on to signpost number 7, find the silver lining. Most events and situations aren't inherently good or bad. We just project those descriptions onto them. This means that we have a great deal of power over how we choose to view whatever comes our way. Deciding to focus on the positive is a powerful way to take charge of your own life. We move on down to signpost number 8 now, which is slow down. Daily yoga or exercise, even if it's not real extensive, or committing to a 10-minute meditation or prayer before you go to bed each night, can go a long way in helping you to slow down your mind so that you can observe and recognize your thought patterns. Even just taking a walk in nature or reminding yourself to breathe deeply can help you to reset your brain and clear out the unnecessary worries. As we move on, we come across signpost number 9, which is set your own standards. To take charge and responsibility for your daily lives, it must be based on developing positive habits. Instead of worrying what other people think of you and trying to live up to their standards, decide for yourself who you want to be and what you want to accomplish. Taking responsibilities for your own path will give you a boost of confidence and self-esteem that makes the future and the present seem even brighter. And we move on down the trail near the end to signpost number 10, and it is remember to laugh. Laughing at yourself. Seeking out opportunities to play and enjoy humor and making others laugh can go a long way in creating an optimistic mindset. Laughter relieves stress and reminds you not to take life too seriously. Upon rebuilding the walls of Jerusalem, Nehemiah encouraged the people of Israel. In chapter 8, verses 10, Nehemiah said it this way, "Go and celebrate with the feast of rich food and sweet drinks, and share the gift of food with people who have nothing prepared. This is a sacred day before the Lord. Don't be rejected and sad, for the joy of the Lord is your strength." Our trail today was packed with some great nuggets of wisdom. Every day review these 10 signposts or habits for a positive life, and you will find that your life is indeed changed. Well, that'll finish our podcast for today. If you've missed any of the previous podcasts, please check out Wisdom Trek on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Spreaker, and YouTube. Or you can go to wisdom-trek.com to listen to the episode and read the journal. Tomorrow we will learn why it is so important to choose love over fear. So please join us at our camp tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek, creating a legacy. If you enjoy these daily doses of wisdom, these nuggets that we consume, I encourage each of you to take the time to invest in yourself in these 3 ways. First, invest some of your time into improving Wisdom Trek by leaving your name, email address, and comment on our website so we can provide you with wisdom and insight that best fits your needs. The second way is to invest in yourself by listening to your 7 minutes of wisdom through Wisdom Trek each day. This is best done if you subscribe and allow it to download automatically. And number 3, invest in the lives of others by sharing with your family and friends, in person or online, to join us on our journey of Wisdom Trek each day. And if you haven't done so already, please go to iTunes or Stitcher and give us a rating. This will help us to be exposed to more people that can join us on our trek. The journal for this podcast can be found at wisdom-trek.com, where we also have pictures, tweetable quotes, wisdom nuggets, and free resources. Thank you for allowing me to be your guide, mentor, but most importantly, your friend, as I serve you through this Wisdom Trek podcast and journal each day. And as we take this trek together, let us always live abundantly or fully, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and leave a living legacy each day. This is Guthrie Chamberlain reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and to create a great day every day. See you tomorrow.